do you guys think about a little show and tell? That's right, Uncle Bulkow back in the freaking building once again. And we want to show some peppers and we want to talk about these peppers. So, and what they are and what they came from. And if we know the creator, then of course we'll list the creator. The first of my show and tell is this bad boy right here. That's right, folks. This is definitely off pheno. It's a late season pod, but this right here is the infamous KSLS, also known as the Khang Starr Lemon Starburst. It is one of the most popular peppers out there right now in the pepper community, and it has medium heat. It's not a super hot, but the flavor is super lemony and just delicious, and it's really good for sauces and salsas and even dry to make powder or flakes out of. It's an excellent pepper. So this was created by Khang Starr, and what he crossed was a Bahamian goat, which is a habanero type from the Bahamas. The flavor of them blows away a regular habanero all day. Some would argue that they'd say it's a Scotch bonnet type from the Bahamas, habanero type, whatever. But the Bahamian goat is an excellent pepper. I grew it for 2 years in a row. Absolutely love it. The flavor on it, it's got decent heat. But this is a Bahamian goat crossed with an MOA Scotch bonnet. What does MOA stand for? Some people don't know this, but MOA stands for Ministry of Agriculture. Out of Jamaica. They are the authority, and they say that is not a Scotch bonnet. They have this strict rules, and it's about the quadrants and the shape and the pheno of it for it to be classified, certified MOA Scotch bonnet. So this is an MOA Scotch bonnet crossed with a Bahamian goat by Khang Starr. Next pepper. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. That, my friends, is a white Moruga scorpion. Now, some people believe that it is a white variant. That maybe came from a yellow Moruga scorpion, and other people don't. Other people think that it was an accidental cross, that something maybe got in with a yellow Moruga. I know that the seeds that Refined and Fired Chilies got came from someone in Pennsylvania years ago, and a lot of people bought them seeds, kept seeds from them. This pepper is from a plant that someone in Virginia grew and sent me pods, and I kept the seeds years ago. But he had got those seeds from Jim Duffy of Refined and Fired Chili. So that right there is a white Moruga scorpion. Don't know if it's a true white variant or not. The next one we're going to talk about is this. You guys know I love this pepper. It's a beauty. It's a stunner. That right there, my friends, is the T-Rex Yellow. Now the T-Rex Yellow is a cross between a Douglah, okay? It's a Douglah and a yellow Bhutlah. So, yeah. One of the most contorted peppers out there. It is considered a super hot. It is very hot for a yellow pod, and it just has excellent flavor, and it works great for anything, whether it's sauces, flakes, powders, it doesn't matter. I was lucky enough to have a whole pound of T-Rex yellow powder a couple years back, so it was really interesting. So that one, yeah. And I don't remember who crossed that. I don't think I even know a name. The next pepper, let's talk about it. Come on. You guys know what that is. You know by the tail. I don't gotta tell you. This, my friends, is the Primotalii. That's right. One of the world's hottest peppers, if not the world's hottest pepper. This thing blows away the Reaper, the Scorpion, and so many others out there. This, a lot of people will tell you, was crossed or was a creation by Chris Saunders out of the UK. But wait, it wasn't a manual cross that he did. So what happened was he had grew Fataliis, and he also had 7-pot Primos and maybe some other peppers. But he kept seeds from a Fatalii, and the next year he ends up with this. Now we assume that it crossed with a 7-pot Primo because of that tail. Where else are you going to get that tail from? But there's some skeptics in the pepper community, and they say it could have crossed with something else that he was growing in his garden. So the 7-pot Primo may not be the daddy. So, and that's, people can argue all they want, but we do know that this was an accidental cross. It was found in Chris Saunders' grow, and we know that the one parent is a Fatalii. And last but not least, we got to throw a mystery pepper up in the mix. So this came from white scorpion seed. And we know that it was not a cross, an accidental cross, because we got white scorpions out of the seeds from that same pepper. And this one plant, we got peach pod, okay? Now it's milder than any other peach super I've had. And why is that? It's the same as the yellow scorpion that I got from a white seed, from white plant, was way milder than a yellow scorpion. Something about when they go white, if you ever get another color variant out of that, it's going to be milder than that color would be if it never went white, then back to yellow or whatever. Citrus notes, very low floral for being a peach pod, although it does have a little bit of floral in this. And this pepper is going to go extinct. That's right. I'm not going to keep seeds to it. It's a good pepper. I'm not going to grow it. I'm not going to rename it, anything like that. It's just something weird that just showed up in the grow. And, we decided, hey, let's try it out. And it's really good. But we're not going to grow it out. There's so much out there. And there's so many people out there also that they're renaming stuff. And they're finding a different pheno. And, next thing you know, you got 3 different names for one pepper. That's got to stop. This is getting ridiculous. The days of the Reaper and the Pepper X, that stuff is over with, man. It's a wrap, guys. Go out there and get the peppers that you love. Buy some heirloom stuff. If you find a good cross that's newer and comes out, continue to grow it. And tell people about it, man. This is such an interesting world we live in. This pepper world where we're able to taste all these different flavor profiles and these different heat levels. It's just amazing. So I wanted to do a little show and tell with some of these peppers and talk about the backgrounds of them. And you got to see, something that just appeared in the grow this year. You got to see stuff that appeared in grows years ago, and you got to see stuff that was manual crosses, and that there's documentation on some of it. So remember one thing, Uncle Bull Cow freaking loves you. What?